During my KAWAKI Revolution video, I mentioned the significance of KAWAKI being able to keep his secret away from the public and the repercussions that he would have to face if he ever got exposed for what he did to Naruto. In this video, I'm gonna go over the hypothetical situation that Boruto would have to face because of omnipotence, and basically the fact that everyone thinks that not only has Boruto betrayed his village, but unalived Naruto, the 7th Hokage, as well. At first, I was thinking about going over a potential Boruto versus 5 Kage battle just to see exactly how fast Boruto beats them, but thinking further on it, it's just not a very entertaining video to me. And it's pretty easily predictable. Like, it's just not a good video. So instead, I thought going over a situation that could lead Boruto to have a confrontation with the Kage and exactly what would happen in a scenario like that would be a better approach to a video like this. So before we get into the video, I would appreciate it if you all, well, I'm not gonna say all, but those who genuinely support me to leave a like on the video, as it does help the video reach a wider audience and helps grow the channel. But without further ado, let's get right to the video. At the beginning of chapter 6 of Boruto TBV VORTEX, we see Shikamaru conversing with the village elders who, even though lived through basically the entirety of Konoha's existence, I cannot remember the names of for the life of me. So we'll just call them the village elders. In this conversation, they asked Shikamaru to hurry up and accept the title of 8th Hokage as a permanent position. The longer Konoha remains in this position, the longer Konoha's existence remains in danger. The elders go on to state how angry and displeased the daimyo are because of this. This statement right here foreshadows some potential situations that Boruto could find himself in that would even further damage his reputation and the situation at hand if it ever does come into fruition. To further explain just who the daimyo are, they're the leaders of their respective countries. You may know them as the feudal lords. They possess even more influential power than the Kage. The hidden villages are only built within their country with the daimyo's permission. Before a Kage is appointed to office, it must first be approved by the daimyo before anyone. During the 4th Great Shinobi War, they were made a top priority to keep protected. The Hokage are able to do things like order executions, even to shinobi that aren't originally from their village, like when the 4th Raikage ordered the execution of Sasuke. So from just knowing this, imagine what the feudal lords are able to do with their power. We learned from Kasame, Itachi, and Orochimaru that crimes such as unaliving a feudal lord, betrayal of one's country while also committing any form of mass murder will automatically place you in the bingo book as an S-rank criminal. The bingo book is shared with every hidden village and is ordered for anyone to report any sightings of this person immediately. So since we know that Boruto is obviously listed in the bingo book as an S-rank criminal, assuming S-rank is the highest it goes, then we know he's known and wanted worldwide for the crimes he's supposedly committed. Normally, this wouldn't even be a situation where you would need to involve the strength of a Kage, let alone the 5 Kage altogether. But if the information leaks out that Boruto is tied to the OTSUTSUKI name, it could prove to be more problematic and could be taken more seriously compared to any other S-rank criminal. And this all ties back to the Momoshiki invasion back in part 1. I'm pretty sure they remember exactly how strong OTSUTSUKI are. All the strength of the other 4 Kage combined wasn't even enough to handle a being like Momoshiki. And without Naruto and Sasuke, they wouldn't even make it out of there alive. So even if Boruto and KAWAKI aren't natural born OTSUTSUKI, they probably won't take any chances this time around. That should and will be enough to consider Boruto a world level threat like Madara Uchiha. Now, of course, compared to KAWAKI, if it does get to that point, I'm pretty sure Boruto wouldn't just crash out and start unaliving shinobi just to keep Naruto safe. He'd probably escape or find some way to incapacitate the opponent. Since the 4th Great Ninja War concluded, the relationship between the 5 great nations have been the most cooperative it's ever been in the history of the shinobi era. I really feel like the situation could be a lot different than the Momoshiki incident, because not only is this the 2nd time a situation like this happened, but Naruto and Sasuke have gone missing. A big part of why that situation wasn't a bigger issue was because Naruto and Sasuke could single-handedly handle not only war-level threats, but outer terrestrial life if needed be, proven from their fight with Kaguya and Naruto's fight with Tonari Otsutsuki. But like I said earlier, they're both missing now, so it's a much more crucial situation for everyone. So it wouldn't be crazy to think they wouldn't treat this situation like another 4th Great Ninja War and gain the cooperation of all 5 great nations again. I'm not saying there will be another war because we know Boruto just wouldn't do that. All I'm saying is there probably would be a situation where all 5 nations are cooperating in the execution of Boruto, causing Boruto to stay on the run until Naruto returns and chills the situation down. So let's take a quick look at a potential Boruto versus 5 Kage scenario. It's no secret that Boruto could completely demolish the 5 Kage if he desires. It's pretty easy to analyze the situation. Naruto and Sasuke skills above the other Kage, but is weaker than Jigen, who is weaker than a Code with no limiters, and we've seen what Boruto did to Code. It's as simple as A, B, and C. So even if this scenario becomes a reality, they can't just outright let the Kage win this one, or the power scaling will be all out of whack. Currently the strongest out of the Kage would be Gaara, which isn't good at all. So it's safe to say instead of fighting, if they really want to stop Boruto, their best bet would be to try and seal him away using Gaara's Grand Sand Mausoleum. But seeing how easily Madara escaped from this seal by just using a wood clone in the place of his real body, and the second Mizukage just breaking out of it easily, is probably not strong enough to hold Boruto, nor fast enough to even catch him initially because of flying Raijin. So to avoid having to fight an unnecessary battle, I could see Boruto just flying away or using FTG to escape anytime he's in a situation like this. So this really becomes a perfect technique for Boruto, especially since he would likely be on the run for a very long time because of omnipotence. It wouldn't make much sense for Boruto to plead his case to them, especially if omnipotence makes you forget the truth over time. So his best bet would be to just escape. He wouldn't want to waste any time dealing with them while there's much stronger foes out there, which would probably overshadow the situation anyway, especially if the knowledge about the Shinju got out. So overall, I think Boruto tries his best not to engage in an all-out battle against the Kage, just to keep things from getting worse than they already are for him. He'll most likely stay in hiding to prevent this. Or maybe since Boruto and Shikamaru are in collaboration, he'll have a way to keep Boruto out of that kind of trouble, because if he doesn't, Shikamaru would most likely be dragged into the battle because he's supposed to represent Konoha as its Kage, and it'll just keep him from looking suspicious. But at the same time, if there's just no way for Boruto to avoid fighting, he could easily incapacitate them from fighting using Rasengan Uzuhiko, or if you think that's too much, then he could just blitz them one by one and take them out individually. And judging from Boruto's recent fight with Sage Mitsuki, I don't have any doubt in my mind that he could perform this with ease. So anyway, let me know how you think Boruto would handle a potential confrontation with the 5 Kage, or even the entire Shinobi world if the scenario presented itself. And if you want, let me know any other scenarios that would be possible in this situation. Or maybe you think Boruto loses against the 5 Kage for some odd reason. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I made a similar video to this, but with Kawaki in the situation. And all I gotta say is, he is not as forgiving as Boruto. So if you want to check that out, I left the video in the description below, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did and want to see more videos like this, then make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And maybe turn on post notifications so you don't miss another upload from me. And without further ado, I'm out. Peace.